Hi everybody, Cheri Sicard, aka Cannabis Cheri here, and I'm here today with a review of the newest product from Ardent Cannabis, and that is the Ardent Mini. But before I get to that review, I just want to remind everybody, hit that YouTube subscribe button and notification bell, because I try to upload new videos every Wednesday. And please do me a huge favor, if you get value out of my videos, hit that like button as well. It helps us be seen in YouTube's algorithms. Okay, I am here with the Mini today, and if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I have long been a fan of Ardent Cannabis's products. The original Nova, the FX here, and now the new Mini. I'm not as big a fan of the Mini as I am the others, and I'll explain why in just a minute. But the Mini is the follow-up to Ardent's original Nova, which I've reviewed in the past. And I'm going to put links in the comments below to my previous reviews of the Nova and of the FX. I've done a bunch of videos on this, as well as demonstrations on how this great gadget works. Earlier this year, Ardent, though, discontinued their original Nova, which was the smaller version. And it didn't have quite all the functionality that the FX does. So they followed up this year with the Mini for those who want a smaller version of the FX. And what's nice about the Mini, the positive side, is it does have all the functionality that the larger FX does. So what does that mean? It means that it has separate functions for decarbing CBD as opposed to THC. So if you like to cook with CBD, that's a good thing. It also infuses in it just like the FX does and just like the original Nova does too. But it does come in a much smaller package. The other differences between these two things, the FX has a separate base that it comes off of, making it very easy to clean. You can even put it in the dishwasher. So that's one of the things I really do like about the FX. The Mini, on the other hand, is designed much like the original Nova was. It does not come apart. So when you're going to clean this, you're going to have to be very careful and not submerge it in water. Now, decarbing, you just can put your weed right in there and decarb like that, put the lid on, hit your function button. It perfectly decarboxylates your cannabis. Both of these gadgets do. And if you don't know what decarboxylation is, no worries. I'll put a link in the comments below to my tutorial that will teach you all about it. But when it comes to infusing, you're not going to want to infuse directly in the Mini like you could in the FX. You could put your butter and your plant material right in there. In the Mini, you're going to have to put it in a little jar, and then that jar will go inside. So the jar would have your decarb cannabis, it would have your butter or oil, you'd put the lid on, and then you could hit the infuse button. What I don't like about the Mini is it's already really, really tiny. I don't know if you can see that. And by the time you put another jar in there, you've lowered its capacity even more. Now, if you only cook with teeny tiny amounts of cannabis and only maybe make a half cup of butter or oil at a time or something, this might work for you. But I don't know, for me and for a lot of people, I think the Mini is going to be way too small. If you're going to invest in one of these, I would suggest just paying a little bit more. Maybe it's substantially more, but it'd be worthwhile to get the FX as opposed to the Mini, in my opinion. It's not that the Mini doesn't function, but it is much more difficult to clean, and it really, really is very small. So while this small size, if you're just decarbing some cannabis, is not a huge problem, if you're going to be making your butter and your oil in this, I just think it's very, very small. You can only make a really tiny amount at a time. It's more difficult to clean. So if it were me, I would skip the Mini and go for the FX out of these two products. I just think you're already going to be making an investment. This is going to be serve you better in the long term. Not that it's a bad product, not that it doesn't function well, but because of its really diminutive size, I just think the FX is a much better product. Just my 2 cents. I hope this helps. But you can decarbonate, you can infuse in it. Both of them have the THC and CBD functions. Size is the principal difference and ease of cleaning. I recommend the FX. See you all next time. Eat your weed.